to help them eat healthier, lose weight, increase their energy, sleep better, restore anything in their life that was damaged. That's what a health coach does, or that's what my definition that I do. Okay? I'm here to encourage you, to inspire you, to help you pull from within the motivation you already have in you to make the lasting life change decision to feel better, to be happy, and to be healthy. Okay? You can build healthy habits, and you can do it day by day by day. It is a process, and it's easy to do. I have not always been, quote unquote, the healthiest. Okay? But when you make that change and you start making the decisions, that's how I know, and I am a great coach, because I've been on the other side. I wasn't born into it. I didn't just automatically start doing it. It was a gradual process that I know hundreds of thousands of millions of Americans and people in general deal with daily. And so I know that I am well capable, and I am an expert in this field to assist people to make that life change. Whether you have a business, whether you're a corporate company that may have employees under you, and you want them to get healthier or have a more better outlook, because a lot of these jobs, they sit for hours on end. They're stressing, and that I'm talking about mental stress. Some of these corporate jobs, right, day in and day out, they need outs. They need help, So any corporate business owners, anyone with a small business, small company, a school, principals, vice principals, you have a organization, and you need someone to come in and help a church, you need your members to get healthy, contact me. I have programs and plans for groups, for individuals, and we can get your life on track. Okay? And it can start wherever you are. You are never too old. It is never too late. As I said in one of my other videos recently, the body was created by God to restore and to replenish itself. The body is a healer, and it can heal itself. You don't need medication. You don't need therapy, really. You just need to heal yourself from the inside out. You can save yourself a lot of time, energy, and money. Because how many people have been on stuff for 10, 15, 20, 40, 50 years? If it ain't worked and fixed yet, that's letting you know something. Because it's not to cure you. It's pacifying and putting band-aids on the symptoms. Health is your cure. That is what puts you on track to where you can sustain yourself. Medicine is not meant to cure you. Cure you. Kill you, yes. Cure you, no. It is not meant to cure you. It's just not. I'm going to be honest, from a lot of it, it does a lot more damage than it does good. And you get messed up even more and on it for the rest of your life. So, like I said, I have a lot of information. I've done a lot of hours of study, a lot of schooling and courses to get myself in line. It starts with me and my family. And I am really proud and grateful And even, just thankful to God, my son has a desire to be healthy. And, in the summers when we're together, we're walking and he's like, Mom, is this healthy? And Mom, I don't think that's healthy. And he's Googling. I'm like, who taught you to Google? Oh, all my fault, but that's good. Because I don't want him to be like I was and just taking what people said as face value and not doing his own research. I tell him all the time, Mommy's human. Mommy makes mistakes. Mommy don't get it right. And that's the difference between me and a whole lot of other parents. I admit, I don't know it all. And there are things my son is going to learn and he's going to be able to teach me. Ooh, did I say that? Hello, parents. Just because you old don't mean you know. Because if you knew, then you should be a lot further ahead than you are. You should be doing a lot better than you doing in a lot of areas. Sometimes it takes your children. And why do you people get upset with that? It's just your ego. It's just yourself. Like I said, anytime that negative emotion, it's time to go within. That mental stress coming out. Who you think I raised? I had you. I'm the mama. I mean, they just go in. I mean, a whole nother stress, right? Relax. It's okay for your child to give you some information that you didn't know. It's okay. It's okay for them to give you a new way of looking at things. That's okay. It don't make you bad as a parent. It don't make you uneducated, unintelligent. It's okay. We are all here to learn. And my grandmother, she was a good example. She was, I didn't know that. What? And she would call me and ask me questions all the time. I'd be like, Granny, let me find out if I didn't know. She'd be like, what they mean by this new thing? And but a lot of these parents want to act like they know everything on every subject. Oh my gosh. I had one. Couldn't tell that lady nothing. And, their life and their health shows what they really knew in a lot of ways. And, like I said, I've learned to just love people as who they are, love them from where they are, and appreciate the life that they gave you and just keep on pushing. One thing you cannot do is change people. And that I'm giving y'all tips while I'm talking. The things that it will help minimize your mental stress is, one, parents, don't think you know it all when it comes to your children. And if they bring you something different or another way of looking at something, not to get all in your drawers in a bunch. And two, relax and understand that things change, and it's okay for things to change. It's really okay. You will definitely be able to do better in your health and in a lot of other ways in life if we would just learn to, accept that it's okay. And age is really a number. And the older I get, the more I see that it's not always people older than me that have the right information. A lot of people that have helped me within the last 2 to 5 years have been younger than me. Because you have to think about it. The older you get, unless you are mentally healthy, you really don't have much to give people. And that's the problem. See, a lot of people were young and they were going, and so because you gravitated to their wisdom or things that they gave you for maybe 20, 30 years of your life, that don't mean you have to keep doing it for the next 20, 30 years. It's a cycle. And if that time is up with the information that they have, it's okay. And you don't feel guilty by not going to them no more for counseling or advice or whatever. And if their feelings get hurt, they'll just get over it. Right? No one should want to have any one person or anybody outside of themselves dependent on them forever. Once again, that's another mental stress. There's too much responsibility. The only person you should try to be responsible for the rest of your life is your own life. My child, I want my son to grow up and be independent. I'm going to be honest. Because I was still searching and trying to figure myself out, transparent moment, I thought parents were supposed to be there and parents were supposed to be available and parents were supposed to. God allowed a lot of stuff to transpire in my life to see that emotional bonds have nothing to do with somebody being with you 24/7. Somebody talking to you every single day. That has nothing to do with it. Like, I didn't live with my grandmother for years, but we had a very emotional and connected bond. I lived with other people half my entire life and emotionally disconnected as the man next door. Like it, So just because your physical presence is someplace, that does not necessarily connect you or, give you what you need. And so parents, you are not meant to control. That's probably why a lot of y'all so stressed. You can barely take care of your own life, and then you're trying to run your kids' life at the same time. And that's not your job. That's not your purpose. You were the vessel of life. You produced them you nurtured them for the nurturing time, and then just like them birds do. I know I used to think it was cold too, y'all. I was like, that bird cold. Just kick that baby out the nest. But it comes a point in time. Even other nationalities and tribes, they do it. A certain age, I know this probably just TV, but I'm just saying. It shows. They take that child, that boy turned 13, 14, he becomes a man. They do whatever little ceremony, give him his little sachet, and send him out into the forest to become a man. He come back 10, 15 years later with a wife or a Jane. But he didn't stay up under mama and daddy, because that's not the cycle of life. That's not how it's supposed to be. We are so dependent on each other. But it's because we don't know who we are, and we trying to find our identity in other people. A lot of moms get past. What else are you besides a mother? There's more to you than just that is my I'm his mama. That's all you hear. It's like, hey, you go to the school event, you introduce yourself. I don't introduce, I'm David's mom. No, I have a name. Stop introducing me like that. And why would I want anybody to introduce my son as Locke's son? He is an individual. It is okay for him to have his own personality, his own being. It's okay for him not to need me for everything in life. That is quite okay. It's a learning process, though. And some people never learn it. Some people think hold it to the grave. And what happens? They stress out, health get bad, and they have to end up calling for the child at the deathbed because they done been holding this grudge and they can't die until they get this right. And it could have been 50 years ago. It could have been